Did you guys see mom and dad are making amends? Mom and dad are making amends. So, of course, President Trump said that he might be able to forgive Elon in this. We played it earlier with Miranda Devine over at the New York Post. We played a clip of that earlier, but here is Donald Trump talking about his relationship with Elon Musk. Watch.
You know, it is what it is that happens. Things like that happen. I don't blame him for anything. That I was a little disappointed.
Could you reconcile?
Say it?
Could you reconcile with him, do you think? Could you forgive him?
I guess I could, but, you know, we have to straighten out the country.
And Elon, earlier this morning, posted, "I regret some of my posts about President Donald Trump last week. They went too far." I appreciate that. This is the richest man in the world. He doesn't have to do that. I mean, kind of makes you a dick if you don't, but like he doesn't have to, you know? And yet he did. And apparently there was a report that Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, had a phone call with Elon and JD Vance last Friday. Let's watch some of that.
Wall Street Journal first reported, and CNN is now reporting as well, that part of why Elon Musk backed off his harshest criticisms of the president is because he got a phone call from Susie Wiles, the chief of staff, and the vice president, JD Vance, saying, you got to fix this.
Yeah. I've spoken to a bunch of sources on this lately, too.
Have
and
you?
they've been saying that there's going to be an effort to create a reconciliation. So
no
it seems to be
chance.
happening. What does seem
Maybe he's
striking
to
to
some
me, though,
Heinz
about his
ketchup.
message is that he wasn't specific about which tweets or posts on X last week that he regretted. Did he regret
I don't want to hear from
suggesting
this
that
guy.
the
That's
president
enough.
should be...
So I believe that Elon probably cares what JD Vance has to say. I'm not so sure he cares what Susie Wiles has to say. But I would imagine, I mean, he probably, as a billionaire, I don't actually know what it's like to be a billionaire. I hope to someday, still holding out hope. But you would imagine as a billionaire, you are so insulated from criticism all around you that like you forget that there are boundaries and there are lines that you can cross. And he probably that's the FAFO, right? He realized after he posted what he posted and continued doubling down on it. Oh, wow, that probably wasn't a great decision.
No, it wasn't. And it's unfortunate because Elon Musk and President Trump, when they're together, they are, I don't want to say power couple, but they're totally a power couple that everyone's afraid of because those two are fearless. And it's really upsetting when all the posts were coming out to see what Elon was saying. I wasn't thrilled with it, but I understand why he's upset. This guy has lost billions of dollars, and I get it. He's a billionaire, so like, what do we care for? But the reality is like, you lose a couple billion.
Still money he earned.
Exactly. And the other thing too is, I mean, he probably can't even go out anymore. Probably can sit in a restaurant. The death threats are real. These lefties have been gunning for him. They've been trying to blow up his businesses. So his life has been altered significantly. So when he probably feels like they're not listening to him and they're not giving him a seat at the table, that's probably where this all came from. Speaker Mike Johnson is who I blame for all of this, though, because he did a really poor job with messaging and getting Elon involved in all these cuts as well.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, I maintain I think it was an emotional reaction. I mean, clearly it was an emotional reaction, but I think it was...
What was your first clue that it might be that, Matt?
As a woman, I saw all the signs.
Yeah, no, but I think differently about the money because he said over and over, I don't care. I don't care about the money.
Yeah, but like, you probably care about the money.
But how much money is too much money? I mean,
never.
Is it like $40 billion and you lose $2 billion? Oh no, what am I going to do? The dude sleeps on the floor anyway. Like he says that he doesn't own a house, I don't believe, or he bought
I
a
think
teeny
he sleeps
tiny
on
house.
someone's couch. Does he sleep on the floor?
He said he slept on the floor in the offices or on the couch, whatever. What I'm saying is, and you saw him in that interview, do you remember? He sat there and he said, I don't care. I don't care. So I have a little bit of a different, it's like, I think it's a bromance. I really do think it's a bromance. And in the way that you said that he doesn't get out anymore, as I said on the show the other day, I think it's more of, hey, listen, we can actually talk on a level that not many people can. And all of a sudden, for whatever reason, that disintegrated. And I actually think that when it comes to, there is a little bit of ego, right? But I think
1,000%. A little?
Yeah.
I'd say a lot.
But look,
between the two of them.
he did not have to do that. To your point,
No.
he did not have to do that. So I think that the phone call from JD was an open door to say, hey, come on.
Yeah.
You know, and you just have to open the door a little bit. And Trump, let's give him his credit. The Trump of 8 years ago would have been, Elon, you're a loser. And he would have gone on and he would have been ba 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 ba. And he's very presidential there.
Yeah.
And we forget this, that the left wants Trump to have a meltdown. They want him to be, you know, bitter and having a go. And he hasn't done that. And I'll tell you this. When mommy and daddy get back together and the photo op happens, it's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, to Brianna's point, I think the best messaging on the bill came from President Trump and his Truth Social posts, because I remember the only, he may have said a couple things, so I might not be remembering one, but he certainly did not go off on Elon like you're talking about. You're talking about him not doing.
Yeah.
But he did when he said something about, I don't blame Elon for, you know, I'm surprised he didn't walk away a long time ago, but I'm not concerned with that. I'm more concerned with this because the tax cuts and the mass deportations and then he's rattling off like, so he did a great job of shifting the focus to, yeah, I'm not concerned about that. I'm more concerned that we make sure that American people pass this. That's a much better job of messaging than Mike Johnson's ever had on it.
Yeah, Mike Johnson's office, not the best. And it's unfortunate because...
pathetic.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried working it out with their office. You ask specific questions, they dodge it, they ignore you, they don't want to talk about it, and they only want to give you their talking points. And it's really unfortunate because we don't need legislation that's over 1,000 pages long. I mean, that's what we have right now with this big, beautiful bill. And it doesn't need to be big. Got to pick one, as Elon would say. But the reality of it is most Americans are fed up with this. We're tired of all of our money going to these things that we can't even, I mean, when you try to pick up a 1,000-page document and you read through it, you can't figure out what's going on in this document. It should be simplified. We don't need all of these lawyer verbiage being used. Keep it simple, keep it short. I understand everyone's frustrations on it. I've had enough of it. And Speaker Johnson's office, again, not doing much to try to make sure the American people know what's really in it. They're only highlighting a couple of features in it, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, well, and you also have to factor in that probably most Democrats in office can't even read.
Yeah.
So you're giving them 1,000 pages. They're like, I couldn't even read the first.
They get the crayons out, right?
Yeah.
They're like, where's the picture? And look, I think they should just go single item by single item. I don't see why they can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
do know why they can't do that, right?
Yeah, well, and there's a process because, like, for some things you can win by simple majority, and then for other things you got to get the 60 votes, and so it's.
Don't you be sounding like a politician, Sara Gonzales. You were
Listen.
accused of that the other day.
Was I?
Yeah, I know I was.
Well, screw those people. Anywho.
I like that vibe.
Anywho. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.